Hello, hello, everybody. This is Chris Jordan. We are about to start interview number 3 with Clyde Middleton as soon as he is able to hop on here. If you guys have been watching, you've seen so far Don Brightman and Chris Rollins, two of our amazing and dynamic speakers. And next on tap for us is going to be Clyde Middleton, who I'm going to intro really quick before I bring him on here. Oh, he's hopping on right now. So let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and add him right now. Add. So I'm do this as we go. But as he pops up, I just want to make sure I do an introduction for Clyde, how we know each other and where this is going. He is another Toastmaster guy. He's a John Maxwell guy. He did an amazing job at our leadership conference here in Baltimore. He did intentional living, kind of intentionality, and leading an intentional life. Powerful stuff, good stuff, and I'm looking forward to having come with us again to Arkansas to present the same general topic. So far, what we've had is we've seen Don Brightman, who's actually going to be our number 2 speaker during the conference, and we've seen Chris Rollins, who's actually going to be the speaker right after lunch. And like I said, you don't want to miss him. He's gonna be absolutely phenomenal and the right guy to have right after lunch. But Clyde, he gets the distinct honor of being right before lunch. And I can tell you that that is one of the hardest things to do, is to go right before lunch, because you've got the smell of barbecue and everything. The guys are just, they want to eat. And so Clyde, as he's popping on, he was finishing up this intro, Clyde's the guy that's got to hold the attention right before lunch. So Clyde, welcome. I'm glad you made it on, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad I figured out how to do it, because I kept saying, you got to give access, got to give access. I go, all that privacy stuff.
Oh yeah, all that stuff. Oh my gosh. Well, I got on a few minutes early just to give time for that to kind of happen. So I don't know if you have the option or not, but if you guys are on right now, please hit the share button. Please invite your friends. This is going to be an amazing few minutes where we're just going to hear Clyde's heart, kind of what he leads meant for him back in January, what it's going to mean here in September, and maybe even in the future. So Clyde, I did a brief introduction about who you are, but definitely give us some information about you, where you're coming from, what you're doing, all that good stuff. The floor is yours, my friend.
Wow. Gee, I have to actually do a table topics now, huh?
No pressure.
Toastmaster.
This is just training.
Oh, okay. There's no problem with that one there. Well, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, the last one we had was really great. I really enjoyed meeting all the men and sharing their experiences and talking about being intentional about your living. And that's really what we're going to cover in Benton, is intentional living. And as men, we have to be intentional about our growth and how we want to become better men, to serve our community and our family, and just to be great at it. And so we're going to talk about intentionality. And one of the things I'd like to cover is, and we talk about the growth gaps that everyone seems we all have, where we're sitting around, and the one I like the most is the intention, where it is like there's a gap between we know what we should do and the gap between actually doing it. And we got to figure out what's holding us back. We all have great intentions, but it comes down to where we're making any headway or taking action to do that. So we're going to cover a lot of those gaps, discuss solutions, and hopefully just encourage each other and let us know that we can get through all this. We can become better men and become intentional living our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I know that I took a lot of notes when you went over that in January, and I probably need to hear it again, because I didn't catch it all because I was running around. And this time I hope to be able to just sit down and really pay attention a little bit more. But I mean, so what kind of drew you into doing this? I mean, what excites you about it? What went well in January that you hope will go well in September? What are some things that you're going to change or maybe do differently? What's going on with all that? Like, give us kind of a headway into what your thought process is going into January, having done that, and then now going into September, where are you at in growing and developing in yourself and bringing even more impact to the next one?
What I'm looking forward to on this one, like in January, it was kind of like, okay, can I do this? And I'm glad, and I appreciate you inviting me to participate. And I wasn't knowing what to expect, so I kind of had the presentation together, and it went over well. I got great feedback from those that attended and great suggestions, and I'm certainly going to apply a lot of suggestions. And one thing I actually caught me, because here I am talking about being intentional and taking action. Well, how long I've been trying to write a book.
Right.
I'm going to write a book, and I've been saying it for a year. Well, I'm happy to report that it will be there on September when I get there. That we're in the middle of doing it now. So I become intentional. I actually took some of the things I said to heart and actually started applying them myself. Isn't that funny how that works out? It's just amazing. And so we're just going to have a lot more fun with it. We're going to, I certainly will bring more of a personal side of my my personal life into it, actually what took place. Many things I've never shared before.
Okay.
It will be stuff I bring up, and that I have never, outside of immediate family, ever shared about my upbringing and my life. And so I'm really looking forward to just putting it out there, and I hope this is a great example and encouragement for everybody else that comes along. And
Absolutely.
they will come along, and whatever they're holding them back, or whatever they believe holding them back, or whatever thing they want to reach up, we'll give them the tools to do that and encourage them, and know that this is taking place and we become better people for it. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm working very hard. I think I told you in the email when I sent the script, I said I will be strapped to this desk the rest of the month so I can finish this up. So that's my promise to everybody, and get everything out there. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I love it because not only are you talking about intentionality, because you're living what you teach now, but it's that authenticity. You're going to share a part of who you are, and people need that. People need to have a dose of that reality, if you will, from our lives. Are you able to share the title of your book? Are you able to kind of give a little snippet of what's coming for people?
Well, I see. How can we put it? The working title right now, and I think it's going to end up this way. It's the seven life lessons from a trailer park, and the subtitle is White Trash Wisdom for Everybody, because that was my background. That's what I was called, and so even from that environment, although I didn't appreciate all the lessons I was being taught by my mom and dad, and the people in the trailer park, it had an impact on my life. And I look back now and I can smile about a lot of it, but there were some very troubling times and difficult times to go through. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with everyone. And if anybody else was going through it or had to solve, I don't want to share too much of that right now, but the same type of thoughts that I had back then about self-esteem, what kind of person I was, where I was allowing other people's opinion of me to define me. I was actually buying into what they were saying.
Yeah.
And then there was some serious consequences to that, or potential consequences to that. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I just love sharing the information. It will be as scary as heck for me. I'll put it that way, because I've never done it before. But, well, we'll bring it up and I'll share it with everyone.
Well, I love it. I love, like I said right at the beginning, that the whole authenticity is going to shine through. I know when I heard the title of the book, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know much about like your past. Like you said, you don't share that. And when I saw that, I was kind of like, wow, what is that? And then, I mean, I'm blessed and honored to have an opportunity to take a look at it and help you in that process. But as I'm reading through this stuff, man, my heart is just like, wow. Like I'm relating with some of it, but I know that there's something in there for everybody. There's something in there that anybody's going to be able to relate to and translate it for their life and see you where you've come, like all that process, that road, and how much intentionality there was. Here's a friend of ours with Toastmasters. She wanted to say hi to you, Clyde. Yeah, we just had a video bomb. Is that what they're calling it?
I'm guessing that's what I'm calling it.
And then I lost my phone because of it. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think that everybody out there is going to have something to take from this, and to see you succeed, to see you in a place now compared from where you were in the process you went through, and that intentional action that you may or may not even realize you were taking sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That story, I can't wait to hear it, man. Can't wait to hear it. So
Well,
what
like I
is,
said, I remember hearing a while back, I think it was Tony Robbins, when I was reading his Awaken the Giant, I think it was. And he mentions in there that we all change either because of pleasure or because of pain.
yeah,
You know, that's what drives us to change, one of those two. And that hit me because I realized right away that, yeah, I was in so much pain, I knew I had to change something. And so
wow.
I made a move. It scared the heck out of me. And there were some challenges along the way. And there was times I asked myself, what the heck was I doing?
Right.
Is it all worth this? But you get through it and become intentional about it and quit making excuses and get it done.
Amen.
And that's what I've learned from it. And I'm going to keep going. And like I said, I was taking the test with my own words from January. So let's get her done.
There it is. In September, we're going to have a book launch and a conference. I love it. Chris Rollins, thank you for hopping on. Dana, hello. Just want to say hi. So if there's one major takeaway or maybe a main point that you gained in January, what was that? And then, you know, what are you most looking forward to in September?
In January, I really the thing I loved the most about it was the camaraderie between all the men that were there. And just being able to share and talk and hear their stories also. And I'm hoping, I really want to carry that on to the next one also. I really love that, the interaction we have with the people that are there and hearing their stories. And I have to be honest, sometimes I hear a story, I write it down, I want to use that. And, you know, as an example or as a great example for a story. I don't mention names unless they give me the clearance and all like that. But I'm just saying, I just love being around people that are looking for growth and that would challenge me. And I hope I challenge them. I mean, you've challenged me. You keep me on my toes. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to meeting Chris. I know Dom gets on me all the time, so I'm always very careful with that. And so I really appreciate people pushing me, and I hope I, in a loving way, can push other people to achieve great things or whatever they wish to achieve in their life.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the whole goal of He Leads is, you know, this one specifically for men, like you said at the beginning, you know, helping us kind of regain our heading and kind of our place in this world, you know, kind of to remember what we're here for, you know, as leaders and as men. And I love your point right there. I mean, we've got to make sure we've got the right people surrounding us that are going to challenge us, encourage us, and empower us to take those steps, you know, to that greater growth that's out there that we all know is out there. So,
well, that's why my dad, because you mentioned it right there, my dad always said, you become who you hang out with.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's so true. And so you got to be careful who you're putting around you and taking input from. And we'll make a huge difference.
I would add, you got to be careful whose circle you're in too, because they can, you talk about energy and stuff. I mean, they can drain from you as much as those people around you. So, yeah, I love the concept of circles. I mean, there's intentionality in that too. So, wow.
Yeah, you got to choose wisely.
Yeah.
And you got to be intentional about who you let in.
Well, any last minute words of wisdom for everybody? Because I've got to get off here in just a minute and stuff. But I mean, any last minute things? Anything? The floor is yours again.
Well, I'll just put it this way, because the one that always sticks in my head when you mentioned that was if people are the perfection gaps, what we talk about, where everybody needs to, everything's got to be perfect before I do anything.
Wow.
And it never will be perfect. That situation will never happen. And so I can't remember where I heard it from, but I use it quite often. It's progress instead of perfection.
Yeah, there you go. Got to start where you start. Yeah.
Got to start.
Wow.
Do something.
Good stuff. Well, everybody, I mean, Clyde, Middleton, thanks for taking the time to talk to everybody, to be on this Facebook Live, because I know that can be a little tough. But I'm excited. September 8th, Benton, Arkansas, at the Benton Event Center. We're going to be there. We have 5 amazing, dynamic speakers. Just a great time with a diverse group of men coming together, eating barbecue, and just talking leadership and development, personal growth, accountability, all that kind of stuff. So we look forward to you being there. I'm going to throw the link to the website for registration down in the comments. Please share this. If you're watching this video beyond live, please share this with your contacts, and let's get this out there and get yourself to this conference. You don't want to miss this. The people speaking are absolute life changers. Clyde absolutely being one of them. So Clyde, thank you again.
Thank you, Chris.
No, my pleasure.
Keep working. And I'm waiting for those edits to see what you have for me. Don't be gentle. You don't have to be gentle. Let me know.
I'm definitely going to get it to you, no doubt. So, amazing job on the book. I can't wait till people get it in their hands. It's going to be super impactful. So, I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations on that. I know you still got some work to do, but I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely. All right, brother. Well, have a good night. Get back to work.
Oh yeah, I got to do that now. Doggone it. Yeah.
All right, Clyde. Awesome, buddy. Love you, and we'll talk to you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
All right, guys. Everybody that's watching, again, I'm going to put the link down in the comments, and please share this video and register. Come see these speakers. You don't want to miss it. He leads Men's Professional Leadership Conference, Benton, Arkansas, September 8th, 2018. Guys, have an awesome night. Talk to you later. See you later, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.